Sometimes life doesn't go the way you planned. You try, you hope, you give your best, and still things fall apart. People disappoint you, plans fail, and deep inside you feel this quiet frustration. Why is this happening to me? But here's the truth most people never hear. The moment you stop fighting reality is the moment you become unstoppable. You wake up with stress already in your chest. Your mind starts running fast, thinking about yesterday, worrying about tomorrow. Maybe someone disrespected you. Maybe things didn't work out the way you wanted. Maybe you feel stuck. Like no matter what you do, life just doesn't listen. And it hurts because you had expectations. You thought things would be different. You thought people would understand you. You thought your effort would pay off. You thought life would be fair. But it's not. And that's where most people break. They keep fighting what already happened. They replay the same moment again and again in their head. They ask why 100 times, but never find peace. And slowly, they lose their energy. They lose their focus. They lose themselves. If that feels like you, then stay with me, because this is where everything starts to change. There's a simple shift, a quiet mindset that can turn your pain into power. It's not about controlling life. It's about accepting it, not giving up, but seeing clearly. And once you truly understand this, nothing can shake you. Most people think acceptance means weakness. They think, if I accept this, I'm giving up. But that's not true. Acceptance doesn't mean you like what happened. It doesn't mean you agree with it. It simply means you stop arguing with reality, because reality doesn't care about your argument. It already happened. And when you fight what already is, you suffer twice. Once from the event, and again from your resistance. But when you accept it, something strange happens. You feel lighter, not because the problem is gone, but because the weight of fighting it is gone. There's a man who worked hard for years. Every day he showed up early, stayed late, did everything right. He believed he would get promoted. But one day, someone else got the job, someone less experienced. He felt angry, betrayed, disrespected. For weeks, he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking, this isn't fair. And he was right. It wasn't fair. But here's what he didn't realize. His pain wasn't coming from the situation. It was coming from his refusal to accept it. The moment he said, okay, this happened, I don't like it, but it's real. That's when his power came back. He stopped wasting energy on anger and started thinking clearly again. And this is where things change. Life will not always go your way. People will misunderstand you. Opportunities will slip away. Plans will break. That's part of life. But most people don't realize this. Your strength is not tested when things go right. It's tested when things go wrong. Anyone can stay calm when life is easy. But can you stay calm when everything feels unfair? That's where real power is. Another moment, you're in an argument. Someone says something that hurts you. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's family. Your chest tightens. Your mind reacts fast. You want to reply. You want to prove them wrong. But deep down, you know, reacting will only make it worse. Still, it's hard to stay quiet because your ego wants to win. But here's the truth. Not every fight is worth your peace. And when you accept that you can't control what others say, you stop reacting. You pause, you breathe, and suddenly you're in control again. Most people think control means controlling others, but real control is controlling yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your emotions, and that starts with acceptance. Because if you don't accept what's happening, you'll always react blindly. There's something else people struggle with: the past. Old mistakes, old failures, old regrets. They carry it everywhere, like a heavy bag they refuse to put down. They replay moments in their head. I should have done this. I shouldn't have said that. But no matter how many times they think about it, nothing changes. Because the past is gone, and fighting it changes nothing. But accepting it, that changes everything. Because the moment you say, that happened, I learned from it, now I move forward, you break free. But here's the truth most people avoid. Acceptance is not easy. Your mind will resist it. Your ego will fight it. Because your ego wants control. It wants things to go your way. It wants life to match your expectations. But life doesn't work like that. And the faster you understand this, the stronger you become. Let me tell you something important. This might be the reason you feel stuck right now. Not because life is against you, but because you're still fighting what already is. And once you let go of that fight, everything starts to shift. Think about this. Rain doesn't ask for your permission. Traffic doesn't care about your schedule. People don't always act the way you want. So why do we expect life to follow our plan? It doesn't, and it won't. But here's the powerful part. When you stop expecting life to be perfect, you stop getting disappointed all the time, and that gives you peace. There was a student who failed an exam. He worked hard, he believed in himself, but the result didn't match his effort. He felt like a failure for days. He avoided everyone. He thought his life was over, but one day he accepted it, not happily, but honestly. This happened. I failed. And instead of crying about it again, he asked a better question. What can I do now? That simple shift changed everything. He studied smarter, improved his weak areas, came back stronger, and passed the next time. Not because life became easy, but because he stopped resisting reality. This is what makes you unstoppable, not success, not talent, but your ability to accept and move forward again and again. And here's something even deeper. When you accept reality, you see things clearly, no illusions, no false hope, no emotional fog. You see people for who they are. You see situations for what they are. And that clarity protects you, because now you're not reacting blindly, you're acting with awareness. Most people stay stuck because they live in denial. They ignore the truth. They pretend things are okay when they're not. They hold on to people who don't respect them. They chase things that aren't meant for them, and they suffer quietly. But when you accept the truth, even if it hurts, you set yourself free. There's a quiet strength in acceptance. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it's powerful because it gives you stability no matter what happens. You don't break easily. You bend, but you don't break. And slowly, you start to notice something. Things that used to bother you don't affect you the same way anymore. You don't react instantly. You don't overthink everything. You don't carry unnecessary weight because you've learned to let things be. But here's where most people go wrong. They think acceptance means doing nothing. That's not true. Acceptance is the first step. Action comes after. You accept the situation. Then you decide what to do next. Without anger, without panic, without emotional chaos, just clear, calm action. And that's rare because most people act from emotion. They react out of anger, fear, frustration. But you You pause, you accept, then you move, and that makes all the difference. Imagine two people facing the same problem. One keeps complaining, blaming, fighting reality. The other accepts it and starts looking for solutions. Who do you think moves forward faster? Life rewards clarity, and clarity comes from acceptance. So here's what I want you to remember. Life will not always be fair. People will not always understand you. Things will not always go your way, and that's okay, because your power doesn't come from controlling life. It comes from mastering yourself, from staying calm when things go wrong, from accepting reality without losing your strength, from moving forward even when it's hard. You are stronger than you think. But that strength only shows when you stop fighting what you can't control and start focusing on what you can, your mindset, your actions, your response. That's where your real power is, and once you understand this, you don't feel stuck anymore. You don't feel broken anymore. You feel steady, calm, unstoppable. If this spoke to you, if you felt something shift inside, then consider subscribing, because sometimes a simple reminder is all we need to stay strong.